let's just start. So I think we can all agree that by now my channel is just life updates every couple of months, and then I disappear again. And that is fine. That is fine. I came to peace with that. But that also means now it's time. But that also means now it's time for another one of these updates, because I have not uploaded anything of the things I said last time. What has happened? I came back to Germany mid-January. Now it's mid-April. What did I do in all these times? Because I feel like I just disappear from everything. I post something here and there, really random. I share stuff on my Instagram story, but not a lot. It's mostly like sharing reels I like. But actually I did quite a lot when I think about it. I'm a bit lost, but bear with me. If you're watching this video, you probably just want to know what's going on in my life and you're not someone random. And if you are, welcome to this channel. It's pretty random here, but I kind of lost the spark with video, and that doesn't mean I don't like videos or video making anymore. I did actually do a music video in my time here, and I'm going to upload, and that's something I will do, whatever it costs, because I worked hard on it and the timing is right. I will upload a documentary I filmed over a year ago. So I did not lose the spark for video. It's just whenever I think of YouTube, there's a lot of pressure coming up in terms of, oh, if you start posting again, you have to do it regularly and on a specific day, and you have to create content that is valuable for everyone. And, you know, I put myself on a lot of pressure, and I know it is not healthy, even though I was not the top YouTuber, not at all. But video making was always something I enjoyed so much. Like, I could literally spend days and days editing, and I did not care how many times my computer crashed completely because it was not good enough for the programs I was using. And somehow along the way I lost that spark, and I talked about it in other videos before, so I'm not gonna go into that. But yeah, and now every time I wanted to pick up the camera to do some talking videos, something didn't work. My mic broke. So now I'm using this little cheap lavalier I have here. Not sure how the audio is. Let me know in the comments how the audio is. Or my camera now does not connect with the app I have anymore somehow. So I cannot really check if the focus is right. So if I'm out of focus, it's because my life doesn't have a clear focus yet. Always something came up, and then I was just not in the mood, and I kind of try to focus now on doing things I'm in the mood for, like what really excites me to do, rather than just do something because I feel like I have to do it. That was a lot of talking and, you know, absolutely nothing that's going on in my life. So what did I do in the last 3 months? So I did not work a proper job, which I thought I'm gonna do, but I didn't. But I found a job, but we talk about that later. So instead of just randomly doing some bullshit job, I focused on resting, on projects that excite me, on my creativity, and just spending a lot of times with my friends and family, because I gotta set priorities, right? And I knew I'm not gonna stay here forever. So I thought I'm gonna make the time I have here worth a while. And also it was just nice to not be in an existential crisis anymore. And I just enjoyed doing that for a while. When I was in Mexico, I was pretty lost. I did not really know where my life's gonna go. I was completely broke. I ran out of all the money. Maybe even was into debt a little bit. That's my cat, by the way. I felt completely lost with my life. I had no clue what to do anymore. So I spent a whole month there. And I don't know if I said that in my last video. Just focusing on what I actually want to do. And that gave me a lot of clarity. I can recommend that to each and every one of you. Like, if you're stuck in life, take a break. Don't continue pushing yourself, because that's what I did for the last year or so. And It led to some amazing experiences, not gonna lie. And I will not regret any of these things, but at the same time, if I could have like stopped a bit earlier along the line and just focus on myself, focus on what do I really want, I would have realized that the dream I had was no longer mine. And so I had to kind of reevaluate things a little bit, and that was a good thing. So when I made the decision that I don't want to live the super low So when I made the decision that I no longer want to live the super low budget kind of lifestyle anymore, I need to change my life. And one of the big things I realized is that I did not do what I'm passionate about anymore. One of the things which is still really, really high on my list is diving. Scuba diving for me is one of the best things that exist in this world, and I haven't done shit for it. No, ever since I left Egypt, that was the last time I was diving, and I thought, that's bullshit. What am I even doing if I'm not doing the things I actually love? And I kind of struggled a lot, which is probably a whole topic itself. I don't know, I'm just mumbling. And so I made a decision, okay, I need money to continue diving, and the best way to make money is go back home and get a job, because let's be honest, working in Germany gives you a lot more money than it would in other countries. Plus I had the big privilege of being able to live with my mom again, so I didn't have like high costs of living and have to get an apartment and all that stuff. So I called my mom, telling her about basically that I had no plan besides the fact that I have to come back home. And she agreed that I could live with her, which I'm still really grateful for. And she, of all the people, she was the one saying, have you considered working on a cruise? And I was like, no. My aunt is talking about working on a cruise for years now, but I never felt ready, kind of, I never worked in hospitality, blah, blah, blah. And so now I was thinking, well, I actually do have some experience in hospitality now, so why not give it kind of a go? So I was doing some research, what kind of jobs are offered, and still a lot of them kind of required you to have some kind of experience or even like being educated in certain parts of hospitality. But there are actually a lot of jobs you can do without. And then I found this one job and I thought, damn, I actually have, even on paper, experience in that field. And that was a travel consultant. Because as I was reading it, I thought, wow, I have to have some experience in sales, because I'm basically gonna sell cruise tours while working on a cruise ship. I will be part of day trips and kind of supporting, maybe even as a scout, and kind of like be a support for the guides there. Did the tapas tour, all that. And I will basically be talking to people about traveling. I will have to do travel presentations and kind of combine everything I learned in my job back in the office with my passion for traveling. And I was like, wow, that job sounds pretty good to me. And I don't know if you ever had this feeling before, but I knew I'm gonna get the job without even applying for it. Which sounds maybe really spiritual and da-da-da, but I kind of knew. And whenever I have this feeling that something just fits perfectly, it will work out. Call it manifestation, call it the universe, call it whatever you want, but I knew I'm gonna get this job. And I was so certain about it before I even applied for it. And then I did apply once I was back here, and the process was just so smooth. I was nervous. I do admit I was nervous in between, but at the same time I was like, this just seems to work. I will start working on a cruise ship now in 1 week. I'm really nervous right now, because this does not just mean I have a new job now. This means my whole life is about to change. I will live on this cruise for the next 6 months. I will live there, I will work there, then my entire life will evolve in this cruise. And while I'm highly excited, you have no idea. Like, this sounds like the dream job to me, even though I've never been on a cruise ship before, because this is like, it's not my kind of travel at all. But now I thought, well, working might be an option for me, so let's just give it a try. And yeah, in the time being, I already went to a 1-week training in Hamburg and already met other people that applied for working on a cruise. We had such a fun group. We learned so much. I thought the training would be like super boring, like I'm used to from like back in the office days. Whenever you had like a training or something, it was like, nah, not the most practical. But this was. I learned how to extinguish fires, even with like the fireworker thing, like the hose, evacuate people. I learned how to basically don't see anything because everything is filled with smoke. If you didn't know, fire is the most dangerous thing that can happen to you on a cruise, even though you're surrounded by water. So we learned how to prevent a fire from being spread, and what to do in case of emergencies, how to do the whole evacuation kind of thing. I learned what a ship is actually like because I had no idea. That training was awesome. Ever since then, I'm even more excited to work there. Also, our trainer was high advocate for the cruise line I'm gonna be working for. And what can I say? New life is about to start. And while I would prefer to like wear these sunglasses and feel like the actual rich CEO owning her own yacht and just like drink champagne in front of the yard and enjoying La Dolce Vita, we're not there yet. So I will be probably disconnected from a lot. I don't know if I will be posting on Instagram. Definitely not going to be posting on YouTube because no, I will work a lot. Like, this will not be a vacation. This will actually be work. Me working like every day for the next 6 months. And just be in the moment. I want to fully dive into this new project. I want to be there with the people. I'm so excited to meet like crew people. I'm excited to meet guests. I'm just fully excited to have this whole new world around me. And basically the only thing I have to do is working. Everything else is like, I don't have to cook, I don't need to get groceries, I only have to wash my own laundry, and even that's included. I have a uniform that's been taken care of, our cabin will be cleaned once a week, so pretty much just work. And having the privilege to even see some of the beautiful destinations we're going to, and I'm so excited. I will be mostly going to like Northern Europe countries. So mostly like Scotland, Norway. One trip is going to Iceland, and I cannot wait. And also I'm going to the north of Spain. So there's like so much excitement because all of these destinations are destinations I always had on my bucket list, but somehow always prioritized something else. So now I'm kind of forced to go there, and I'm super excited. Like, I'm a huge fan of Outlander, so just the fact that I'm going to Scotland and where Jamie Fraser was, and I cannot do the Scottish accent, not gonna even try. That's the update. For this channel, I have no idea. I stopped, like, I didn't even dare to do anything when it comes to Mexico videos. Not sure if they ever appear here or if they're just gonna be boring on my hard drive. What I will do though, and that is one thing I'm really excited about, I'm really passionate about, and that is a documentary I will upload next week because it's the last time I can do that. And that is a documentary about Granada, the city I lived for 6 months in. I worked there as a volunteer, and that city stole my heart, quite literally. And while my time there, I found out that there is actually a term for that, and it's called La Trampa de Granada. So, the trap of Granada. So I did a documentary, I interviewed people, and I put it all together now. And it's been sitting in my hard drive, finished for a while, But somehow timing didn't feel right. But now, pretty much exactly 1 year ago, I left Granada, and I felt like maybe that's really good timing to publish that. So that is a promise I'm putting out there, and I'm gonna live up to it. I will, promise. And besides that, I mean, I'm always happy to receive messages. Really, I am. I'm the kind of person that texts me 24/7, and I'm still happy and appreciated about it. Might not answer right away, and I know that's not the best trait to have, but I still have a life. And whenever I want to answer, I want to be there, fully there to answer you and have like a full-on response, and appreciate your time when you text me. So please always text me. Don't expect a response right away, especially going on the cruise. I might just be, let's just say, okay, we're doing this now. Let's just say I might be off the radar for a little bit. I don't know if I will be filming something. I don't know if I'm allowed to film, like behind the scenes stuff on the cruise. All the things I still have to check. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but I hope I can do season 3 of my On the Road cast on the cruise. I'm gonna get a little recorder because I won't bring my camera. This is just too heavy, too much. No, gotta get a little recorder, and maybe I can interview some people on the cruise, because I already know that there will be a ton of such interesting and inspiring people there, especially in like the turn of 6 months. And I'm sure even like all the crew members have their own unique stories. So that's something I would actually like to do, but that podcast will come in like 6 months from now. But during the time, you can already subscribe to it. It's on every platform you can have a podcast on, basically. Most popular Spotify and Apple Music. I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little update of mine. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're living a life that fulfills you. I hope you're doing everyday things that are really exciting for you. And I hope we meet one day, potentially. Maybe we will meet on a cruise. Maybe I love the cruise life and I will extend my contract. But for now, that's it. So, love you all, each and every one of you that is following my journey. And I'm freaking excited for this next chapter of my life. So, yeah. Until next time, stay tuned, stay curious, and stay creative, my friends.